Welcome, fume heads, to my thoughts on Jimmy Choo Ice, a new release this year. And my story with this one starts off with Amanda coming home one night from her job at Ulta with a different fragrance on each arm. And she asked me to sniff them, and she asked me to pick which one I liked the best. And she wouldn't tell me what they were then. I kind of had a feeling she was going to surprise me with a new fragrance, which she did. And the one that I ended up choosing that I said, ooh, I like that one, was Jimmy Choo Ice. A couple days later, my gal showed up with Jimmy Choo Ice for me, and I was super pleased. Thanks, darling. Now, the fragrance that was on the other arm that I wasn't too thrilled with was Prada Luna Rosa Sport. Another lavender vanilla fragrance that is really not in my wheelhouse, if you know me. So that one is a pass. But all the girls that she works with, and I don't know like why they think that they would know what I would like, but we're betting that, oh, Dan would like the Prada one. And Amanda was like, no, I know my man. He's going to like this one. And she was right. Jimmy Choo Ice. So I'm glad she came home with that one. And Jimmy Choo Ice, why wouldn't I love that? A lot of comparisons to Dior Cologne, for sure. The citrus that's going on in Jimmy Choo Ice is very similar to Dior Cologne. So yeah, fantastic. I love that. Oh my God. Ice is a great name for the scent because it does. When you spray it on, it does have this cooling effect with it. So I absolutely love that. Fantastic fragrance for summer. It comes across as quality. So many times in the designer shelves out there, you know, when I'm at Ulta or wherever sniffing them out, there's a lot of times, a lot of them out there come across to me as just like synthetic crap. And this one, Jimmy Choo Ice, does not at all come across to me that way. Beautiful, man. The citrus cocktail is mouth-watering. Yeah, comes across as fresh squeezed lemonade. Also reminds me of margaritas, you know, because there's a salty vibe with this fragrance with the ambroxan. So I love that. The fresh, salty sea air that's flowing with this citrus cocktail. What sets this fragrance apart from Dior Cologne, though, is the manliness factor is oomped up just a little bit because we have notes in here: cedar, vetiver, and patchouli. And when you're on Fragrantica, let's talk about Fragrantica for a little bit. Pause. So, when you look this fragrance up on Fragrantica, I'll show you now. Boom. Look at the dislike meter. What in the hell is going on? This fragrance does not deserve that much hate. I don't get it, man. It's great juice. The only thing I could see, you know, picking on this scent a little bit would be its performance. This stuff, I get about 6 to 8 hours out of it, but the projection is soft. If you like your fragrances softer, this would definitely be one to look into. It's not a bomb. It doesn't really jump out and scream out. People have to get closer to you to smell it. But you know what? With extremely hot summer days, I'm excited to check this thing out because it just might be the perfect scent for that type of weather where you don't want something that's gassing you out and getting overbearing in the summer heat. This thing just might shine. So I'm looking forward to summer months checking this one out for sure. But in the cooler weather, this one does sit closer to the skin, and I know a lot of guys out there are a fan of fragrances like that. They don't like to be boisterous. They don't like to be, you know, everyone's eyes on them in the room going, who is stinking up the joint? And this scent definitely is not going to do that, no matter with how many sprays you go. Because, I mean, there were some days that I just literally just sprayed the shit out of the bottle on me and went to work. And no complaints. And you know my people at work, they will complain if I gas them out. But back to the scent. If you're reading on Fragrantica as well, a few people say, why are people voting on patchouli? I don't smell patchouli in here. And I don't know how you could miss it. You know, the patchouli in here is not loud and proud in your face. The manly notes in here, vetiver and cedar and patchouli, they're not bam, you know, in your face, but they're definitely there. They bring up the masculine vibe in this scent for sure. If you compare Dior Cologne with this one side by side, you definitely feel that masculine element in this fragrance. And those notes are just done lighter and fresher, but beautiful. I love them when they're used that way, and they should be used that way in a summer freshie like this. I think it's awesome, man. That awesome lemonade, cooling, crisp factor you want for summer, and then just a little earthy, woody, masculine touch too there as well. Beautifully done, I think. Projection could be a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, when the summer months come, when the heat's up there, we'll see just how well this one does. But, you know, some people say this one lasts longer on them than Dior Homme Cologne. I find it to be the opposite. Dior Homme Cologne actually, the performance in that scent actually works just a little bit better for me than this one does. So to wrap this up, which one works better for you? For those of you who have checked these both out, which one do you get the better performance of? Do you feel the manliness in Jimmy Choo Ice? Do you feel the patchouli, the cedar, the vetiver like I do? Especially the patchouli. You know, I just love that fresh patchouli. Let me know in the comments down below. Always very interested to see how these fragrances work for others out there. And I'm sure others like to read the comments as well. But that's it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on Jimmy Choo Ice. It's been fun, and we'll see you soon.